I like this. I think I definitely want to frame something through the door. Like park the bike outside. Woo! See, I'm paying attention to the video, not my surroundings. Almost died right there. All right, welcome back, camera friends. Now you might be wondering, why am I on a motorcycle right now when this is supposed to be my photography channel? Well, long story short, obviously it's been a long time since I've made a video, and I've been wanting to get back to it to make those videos and stuff, and it's just been a matter of a few different things. There was some equipment that I still needed to buy, but the biggest thing is just time and location, right? So I was really happy with the way my last couple videos came out. Okay, sorry for that minor interruption there. I realized that I took off and I still had my gloves on the back of the bike instead of on my hands where they should be. So anyway, yeah, the biggest thing was just location and equipment. So where I shot my first couple videos, it very quickly got consumed by other things. Basically, I just had a space set up in my workshop for you know, just where I do other hobbies and storage and stuff like that. And we had a death in the family, and I ended up acquiring, I guess you could say, a lot of stuff, and that space got filled up quickly, so everything just kind of got tucked to the side, and I haven't been able to really get back to doing things in there as far as like you know, having a space to record and stuff like that. And I just don't really have a quiet place in my house to where I can just kind of set up and do my thing. I've got 4 children, one of them being new. Oh, excuse my terrible riding while we're getting started here. I'm a new rider, by the way. We'll get to that. But anyway, didn't really have a space set up, so I got to thinking, I'm like, well, I can just either keep putting this stuff off and just not doing it, and talking about, you know, why I can't do it because this or because that, or I can figure something out. So I recently was watching a lot of like moto vlogs, and I thought, man, that's a really cool idea. I like how they just kind of ride around and talk, and that's, you know, just kind of what a moto vlog is. But I was like, that might be actually a really good way to do my actual channel for the photography stuff, because really it's a time where I can get away by myself, pretty much uninterrupted, and I can hook up an audio source and just kind of talk. And in the meantime, you guys kind of get to just come along for a ride. I try to get out a few times a week. I don't have a whole lot of spare time, but it's definitely more than I have available to just sit down at home and set up for like a on-purpose video session. So here we go. So anyway, this is kind of like the maiden voyage of that. So there's going to be some trial and error. These will be more like long-form videos, so if you guys are into like 3-minute videos, I'm probably not the guy to follow. I honestly just can't keep it that short. I talk way too much, and there's a lot of stuff I like to cover. You know, so I'm never going to be one of those really short-form guys. But anyway, so this is kind of the first time I'm trying it out. So I would like to hear your feedback. If you think it's a cool format, good way to do it, cool. If you don't, that's cool also. Leave your comments below, good or bad. I'm a grown man. I can handle it if you're not feeling what I'm doing. So anyway, so today I'm going out to a spot that's pretty much just close to my house. I live in rural central Arizona, and I live in a small, you know, actually I live early. I don't even live in town, but if you guys follow me on social, you've probably seen that most of my pictures are very small towny or landscape nature oriented, because that's what I'm around, right? So anyway, just checking out kind of a cool little spot today, mostly just for a test run of the format, because what I would like to do is take you guys along for these little trips with me, you know, when I go to these places that are somewhat local and easy to get to, and you can just come with. We go do the pictures. I can kind of, you know, maybe walk you through or narrate my process a little bit as far as that stuff goes. and then yeah, just kind of have some fun with it. So I'm just kind of coming up on the highway right now. Got to make a crossing. Always look both ways. It's a Saturday. We are in like mid-November. The weather is finally nice. We had another long, of course, long summer, but the weather's finally broken, so we're good now. We're gonna get like 6 months roughly of being spoiled, so that will be good. I think I got my window here, but yeah, I think the high today was like 70, which, you know, in the summertime we don't even get that low at night. You know, we might be like 85, 90 at night. So 70 feels good. It actually feels cool. Hopefully you guys don't have too much wind noise. That's one thing I'm gonna have to figure out. Again, with doing this is all kind of a new process. So if it's overly windy, I apologize. I'll kind of figure that out as I go. But I just got a little section of pavement here, then we're gonna hop back into the dirt. But yeah, beautiful day. It's a Saturday. Started my day at the gym. For those of you guys that don't follow me on social and don't kind of really know what I got going on, I also do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's like my other #1 hobby that I do and have been doing for a lot of years. But had that this morning. We had open mat. So open mat, if you don't know, is just kind of where you just kind of come in and train, and you can just kind of work on whatever you want. And it was nice because I had a couple buddies come to open mat that I used to train with years ago and don't really get to see them a whole lot anymore. So they came through and we had a good session there. And then yeah, otherwise just doing this now. Let's see, where am I going? I forget. There's a couple different ways you can get out to this place, but doing this now, and then later gonna go driving with my daughter. I've got a daughter who's about ready to get her license. And if you guys hear like some funky shifts and just stuff going on with the bike, just bear with me on that. I haven't ridden a bike for years, but recently got one, been having a lot of fun with it, and I'm actually going to be doing a little series on the bike as well, from the perspective of a guy who hasn't ridden a bike in a long time. But yeah, so that's been my day. Kind of rough and choppy through here. There we go. So here's kind of the spot. So yeah, it's like an abandoned, I don't know, I wouldn't call it a warehouse, but a work area, storage building, probably some sort of farm building at some point. That's literally all that's around me is farms. So I'm just gonna kind of cruise around. I don't really want to drive on there. I don't know, I'll look at it. Maybe I can park somewhere up there if I can get myself up there. Whoop. Woo, just killed the bike. That's fun. I'm listening to myself talk and not listening to the bike. But yeah, find a little spot here, take some cool pictures of it. I brought the Fujifilm x100 original, so old camera. Well, old, I say old carefully because I'm old, but you young guns might consider that an old camera, but I love it. The Fuji X100 is honestly probably my favorite camera to shoot. It's just fun. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I like using it, even though it's, you know, somewhat limited in capabilities compared to what's out there nowadays. I just really enjoy it. So anyway, that's what I'm working with today. So I'm going to hop off the bike here and stop driving in circles talking to you and figure out where I want to set up. We'll get a couple pictures of the bike and I'll kind of walk you through that, I guess, as to like what I'm doing, what I'm looking for, when I'm taking photos, things like that. And then we'll just yeah, we'll go from there. So all right, I will check back in with you guys in a couple of minutes and we will go from there. All right guys, so I got my spot picked out. The other side of the building is completely in the dark. Well, I mean, it's in the shadow because it's late in the day. It's probably, I don't know, it's after 4 and it's winter time, so the sun's already starting to get low. But I kind of like this frame here. So when I'm kind of, you know, shaping a shot, I'm always thinking in terms of like lines and angles and, you know, all of the cliche stuff. But at the end of the day, I mean, you can listen to all the tutorials you want and all that kind of stuff about, you know, how to get the perfect shot or whatever. But, you know, I'm honestly a big fan of just trust your instinct, trust what looks good to you. That's the cool thing about photography, is there is no rules. And anybody that tries to tell you there is, I mean, okay, I take it back. There are some rules when it comes to exposure and, you know, things like that. You have to obviously know how a camera works and how to expose a photograph. But outside of that, just do your thing. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody's always chasing this kind of perfect shot or perfect style, or trying to emulate somebody else's style. Just do what you like. You know what I mean? Do what you think looks good. I'm taking a picture of my bike today because I want to, right? You guys may or may not care about my bike or anything that has to do with anything with me, but that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to share. So don't get too wrapped up in that. But when it comes to actual composition, I mean, I am looking at, so I like the way that the halves of the buildings are stacked right here. I like that the bike is kind of offset from that stack, so that line there of the building should kind of frame the bike in this way. Then we got this open space over there that hopefully that corner of the building should kind of frame the bike this way. It's a beautiful sky. It's scattered. It's trashy. I like that vibe when it comes to pictures, as cliche as that is. I enjoy that. So I think this is going to be a good shot. You know, but yeah, always just take a few minutes and kind of like walk your scene, test your angles, look at the things that you think might look good or not look good, and then of course take lots of shots, you know, test it out. I try to shoot as minimal as I can, but that being said, sometimes you have a vision and then you take the picture and then on camera it looks nothing like the way you were imagining it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get set up. I'm gonna do my photos, and yeah, then we'll kind of go from there and see what we can come up with. Maybe I'll get a couple different shots, kind of depending on my light and things like that. I don't think, I don't know, let's just go take a walk. Come with me. I'm not sure. I don't know if this is like full of nails and stuff, because it would be cool to, you know, honestly, there's a ramp right there. I could come through there. Let me see, let me get this spring out of the way because I don't want that in my tire. Oh, by the way, I'm still riding on like stock, very like street biased tires on this bike because it's a dual sport. That's what it comes with. So that's a lot of fun in the dirt, but it'll make me good, right? Oh, see, it's been tagged up a little bit, which I do like that. This thing right here, what an angle on that, huh? So that actually looks pretty cool. It's in the dark right now, so I would probably be wanting to be shooting on that side, but I need to remember that for a future trip, maybe for like a morning shot. But let me look over here. See, there's all this glass and nails everywhere. I kind of just, I don't really want to bring my bike up in here, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't know if it's worth it for the shot, you know what I mean? Maybe I could come out here another day and like with a like drive out here in a car and bring a push broom and clean it up. I like this. I think I definitely want to frame something through the door. Like park the bike out, excuse me, park the bike outside. Woo! See, I'm paying attention to the video, not my surroundings. Almost died right there. Park the bike out here and then get the shot through the window. I think that could be really cool, you know, so be looking for stuff like that too. There's always like little things like that that can present themselves that, you know, it's worth it to just take a few minutes, kind of walk around the scene and see what's available. See, there's another little ramp, but that's definitely blocked. So I think the way in is over there, but there's just so much scattered stuff. That's what concerns me as far as like picking up a nail and stuff. So I think I'll do that. I'll drive out someday and bring a push broom, and then I can, you know, clean up enough area for me to make a little path. I don't want to I don't want to ruin the vibe. I know that sounds weird when it's destroyed in here and saying I don't want to ruin the vibe. This could be a cool shot actually, with the bike right there, and you got this boom, kind of swooping right into where the bike's sitting. I like that, so I might visit that. But anyway, it sounds dumb to say I don't want to ruin it by cleaning it, but you know, it's part of the environment, so you definitely want to keep things as pure to the environment as possible. I do want to check out those little mountains over there. You probably can't tell on the GoPro, but Anyway, okay, so enough talking. I'm gonna get the camera out and get set up and start taking some shots and see what we come up with. So we'll check back in shortly. All right, guys, so I am back. I've got my shield open, so hopefully you don't get too much background noise, but again, I've got the, I don't know how close that's gonna be, so I apologize. Fujifilm X100 original. I do have a homemade like mist filter on there just because I really like the vibe of that. Shooting in full manual. I don't really use recipes, guys. I just shoot raw. I'll get into more of that later, why I don't use recipes. But so I'm at ISO 400, f8 at 1/500. So I think that should be good for the conditions we're in. I always like to take a test shot to kind of see. So this is kind of the frame I'm looking. Again, I have no idea how good you're going to be able to see this. I'm using back button focus today, and I like that frame right there. Boom. So we take the shot. Actually, that's a little bit, I need more foreground, but let me see exposure wise. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. So again, I don't know if you can see that. So I like that as far as exposure from this side anyway. So let's get a little more foreground in there. Refocus just in case. But shooting at f8, it's nice because you get lots of depth of field. Oh man, I think that's gonna look cool. Honestly, I'm liking that a lot. I really like the vibe there. Let me get, let's see, do I want to go vertical? Maybe? I don't know if those lines work or if they're conflicting, but I haven't decided yet. But I'm going to do the shot and we'll find out. I think it's got potential. These ones I'm just keeping very basic, guys. I'm new to bike photography specifically. Again, I haven't had a bike in years, so, but it's definitely something that, again, I want to just do. See, that framing is not, see, now when I have the building in the background there, I can't tell if that, you know, looks good as part of the scene or if it's just kind of, you know, there randomly and taking away from the scene. So maybe, and usually, guys, I shoot with the viewfinder. I don't use the back screen a whole lot just because I'm old school like that. But since I've got you here, it makes more sense to just go and do the back screen. But for where I've got the bike parked right now, I really, really like that angle. We did the vertical one. I could do a little different angle on this, I guess. Get the tree in there, maybe. We'll see. Why not, right? It's digital. If you don't like it, there's no commitment. Just erase. I guess that's kind of cool. You get the shadow with a bike. So I'm going to walk over here now. I don't know exposure-wise. Oh, there's a bone. Interesting. All right. That's a good size one. We are in the desert, so... Anyway, I'm gonna walk over here. See, like, I just love this angle. Even though I don't have the bike over here, I'm just gonna take that shot. It's probably gonna be way too dark with the settings I'm at right now, but I'm gonna test it anyway. Not bad, actually. Let me get the whole thing in there. That actually might be kind of cool with the sun behind it in the corner there. Getting a little bloom of the highlights. I'm going to watch where I'm going so I don't die again. And, okay. So where's my frame? So the bike looks super far away. But again, this is a 23mm, so I kind of like that. Let's see. Okay, so I got this thing coming down, then my bike over there. It's going to be like a split as far as the... I'm going to focus right on that wall, and hopefully that gives us enough depth of field to kind of get them both. I'm going to come back a little bit more because I'm cutting off the top of that building. Let's try that. And again, guys, if you like this format, please let me know. Leave a comment. If you don't like it, let me know that too. But again, I know this is going to be like a little bit longer form, and you young bucks are used to short form everything. So that's cool. It just may not be the channel for you, but I really enjoy these type of videos myself personally. So that's why I was like, you know, may as well give it a shot. I kind of like that. The bike's far away, but I like the way it's framed with the plants right there in front. Kind of cool. Maybe a low one, like... Get a little bit of these plants in the foreground. That could be neat. Let's go with that. Yeah, not bad. We'll see, right? So anyway, yeah, so these might be a little long form. Well, they're going to be long form. I'm not even going to lie. They're definitely going to be long form, so if that's not your thing, I get it. But let me know either way, guys. I'm going to be doing this anyway, but I thought it'd be cool to, again, kind of document the process. So if you enjoy it, please let me know. All the normal things, like and subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, that's cool too, but it does definitely help out if you guys do. And tell your friends, share the videos, all that good stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause and I'm going to move this because I do want to try shooting the bike through the door. I think that could be a cool shot. So I need to pull around pretty much all the way and reset the bike over there where I think it'll look good. So I'm going to do that now and then we'll get the next shots. Hang tight. Okay, so I just got the bike moved. A couple things there. I couldn't figure out how to get into neutral, so, well, I know how to get in neutral, but the bike didn't seem to want to do it, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But figured that out. But I got the mic moved. Also realized I left it recording the whole last time, so I'll have to take a bunch of that out. But let's see now. Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I'm looking at. Boom. I don't know how well you can see that again. The GoPro makes everything seem like it's like miles away, but there's the bike, right? Should be able to see that nice and clear. And then we come back here and we start to kind of make our frame. So that's kind of the vibe I was going for. So now, get the old X100 out. Man, beautiful day. What did you guys do today? What do you normally do on your Saturdays? Let me know in the comments. Usually I have open mat. And like I said, in the mornings, jiu-jitsu always, Saturday mornings, and then come home, catch up with the family, try to get a ride in if I can, and then mainly just hang out with the family, try to do something productive outside if I can, but hang out. But yeah, what's your Saturday routine look like if you don't work on Saturdays? And if you do, what's your routine look like on your days off? Tell me in the comments. But whatever it is, I hope everybody's having a good day. So let's see. Okay, so from here, now this is kind of weird. Okay, so the closer I get, now I get the whole bike in the frame. So I'm probably going to do this vertical, otherwise it's going to look a little silly. I mean, maybe not, it's just you can't see the whole scene. And actually, you really still can't see the whole scene, so I may not stick with this shot, but we're going to start with this one. And I like that because, let me just double check. Yeah, the bike's going to be nice and exposed on the outside, but it's still going to be dark, you know, in here, so we get that nice contrast. So now we're just going to really use this as a frame. Oh man, can I move the sun? You know what, I'm going to take a risk and see, because I'm thinking we're going to get some good bloom off these highlights, or or just too much. Hang on, let me try this. That's a little better. The other one was like mega washed out. That's still washed out from the sun, so yeah, maybe none of those work, right? Because that's a pretty intense. But if I get here, now we're kind of hiding the bike a little bit. Let me take a walk back. See, now it's, I mean, I say it's weird, but I guess it's not weird, because the closer you move to the door, the bigger the opening is, the more of the bike you can see. So now I'm further away. You can see less of the bike itself, but more of the scene. I like that shadow. Gosh, that sun is hardcore right now, though. So this is either going to work out great and look really cool, or it's going to just bomb. Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of bloom. But again, I'm shooting raw. I can always work on that. That's another reason why I like to shoot raw. I just took the sun out of the equation here. Hang on just a second. Let's give that a shot. Can always crop if we need to, but what I like about this is that you see that you're still in this abandoned warehouse or building or whatever. So you kind of get more of the environment, but I don't know. Sometimes you don't know until you get it back in post, you know what I mean? And you look at it and you're like, okay, that worked out great, or that just failed miserably, but I still think it's a cool frame. I'm gonna do one more vertical from right here. Ooh, I like that. That might be kind of cool. it shouldn't be like super washed out. Let's see. No, I think that's got potential. Yeah, okay. Well, let's walk around, see if there's any more just shots of the bike that look good from that angle. Then we'll probably pack it up. It's already going to be running long, this video. Here's a shoe. Converse, okay. Oh, a teddy bear. Maybe it's a teddy bear. Do I dare? Oh, it's like wet or something stuck to the ground. Oh, poor thing. Yep, that little guy's seen better days. Care Bear, maybe? Gotta love it, man. What is it about abandoned places that they're like equally cool but also creepy? Oh, there's somebody else riding. Wonder if he's gonna come out and see what I'm doing. All right, so that's a cool shot of just the bike. We kind of got the sun in the background. Maybe I even got the dust from that dude. He's going for it. But I like that. I like the shadows of the tires. So guys, the bike, if you're wondering, it's a 2023, that's a little washed out, 2023 XR150. I know it's just a tiny little thing, but I think it's going to be perfect for me. I'm going to get more into the bike itself and why I got this bike, and again, trying to incorporate it into the photo stuff. This is going to be really close, but I don't know, let's see. Could be good. It might be just too close, like too much bike and not enough environment. Let me see if I can remedy that a little bit. This might be cool. I'm gonna get a lower angle here. Got some of the tree in there. Maybe. I can't even see because of the glare, so I'm gonna roll the dice on these ones. I don't know. I'm not feeling that. But anyway, yeah, I think it's gonna be good for me, and I'm actually gonna do a little video series around the bike itself, kind of from the perspective of, you know, me, a dude that's not a normal rider, anything like that, years away from riding and everything, and just kind of like me growing with the bike, I guess, and just kind of see where that goes. But because I think there's a lot of other people out there that are in my situation as far as that goes, riding experience, you know, things like that this could be like a really good fit for. So anyway, where's that plane? There it is. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I think that's it for shots. I'm going to pack up the camera stuff here and then get back on the road, and we'll catch up with you there. Looks like my battery's about to die. So if I lose you guys, hopefully I don't. That's probably because it's talking to the phone. But I hope I don't lose you. But if I do lose you, thanks for riding with me today. Like a dummy, I didn't bring extra batteries because this is supposed to be a test, a quick test, and instead, I spend an hour out here. You want to know a funny story? I'm struggling to get these gloves on. I accidentally bought women's gloves, but I'm an hour away from the dealership, so I didn't care enough to go back and argue over the free gloves they gave me. But I wasn't paying attention, and I thought, man, I don't really have that big of hands. Why are these XLs struggling to go on? Makes sense now. But anyway, okay, hopefully, kickstand up, dummy. Like I said, I couldn't find, oh, now you want to go into neutral? Or am I just not, bro, like, oh, there's neutral. Okay, so maybe I just had no finesse before. But anyway, I'm going to get home because, oh, there's nails. Don't run on that. I'm running out of battery on the GoPro. Windshield down. There we go. That should sound a lot better. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can get out right here. And last time I came out here, I actually took, yeah, there's this little road. Yeah, so let's take this time. Anyway, hopefully the GoPro doesn't die on the way home. I didn't bring extra batteries. But yeah, guys, so this is kind of what I'm thinking as far as the format goes. Just keep it nice and chill, just do my thing, and you know, take you guys along, maybe talk about like what's going on that day, or you know, stuff like that. If you guys want to see my editing process, whoo, hang on, sorry, that didn't get nearly as weird as I thought it would. It was looking like it was going to be a little sketchy spot there. Again, brand new rider. Well, not brand new, but again, I'll get to that another time. Is this the way I came up? Is it? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Okay. Anyway, if you guys are interested in my editing process, again, I don't shoot with recipes. I shoot raw, and I like to edit my photos. It's just one of those things. I know recipes are all the rage, and it's funny because I actually switched to the Fujifilm platform because of the allure of the recipes, and I thought that was really cool because, like a lot of digital, especially people my age, I started on film, and I liked the idea that you know, you could do these recipes to recreate the film stocks and whatnot. So I like the idea of it, but I don't know, man. I think it's I don't know if it's just my OCD or control issues or what, but I like to shoot raw, and then I like to do the editing and just have complete control over what I'm doing in post. I know I could shoot JPEG plus raw, but I'm stingy, and I don't want to take up the extra storage, and I figure if I'm shooting both with the intent of modifying one anyway, why not just shoot the one format and not worry about it? Just knowing that, you know, like my use for it. But yeah, if you guys are interested in my editing process, could probably figure out a way to have you guys on board for that also with the GoPro and get some audio to it and stuff like that. That might be kind of fun. So I can kind of show you how I get the look that I do get for those of you that are into the look that I do. Some of you guys have expressed that you like that, and I appreciate that. Woo! Again, still learning how to drive here, guys. So for those of you guys that have expressed that, I appreciate that, and we could figure out a way to make that happen. It's really not that much, guys. It's not as complicated as people might think. That's a big reason why I also don't. I've never like offered presets, and I've never bought presets, and that's no shade to anybody that does that, that either uses them or buys them. I should say, in terms of the use, I actually do use them, but I use mine. So like what I do is I will save my own, and if I get a look that I like, so in other words, for today, I usually do like I always start with like a first edit. I don't even like to use my own presets on a fresh, you know, shooting just right out of the gate. I like to still like make an original from that particular batch, and the reason is because, like, I mean, conditions change, right? So, you know, your presets, what happens is you buy these things and you think, oh, my photos are going to look amazing, or they're going to look like so-and-so's or whatever, and then you find out they don't. But that's because, you know, shooting conditions vary, settings vary, all that kind of stuff. So I don't even like to do that with my own, much less pay money for somebody else's. But again, that's no shade to anyone who sells them and uses them. Do your thing. I respect it, but I just don't participate in it because I'd rather just show you how to edit, man. Too high, too low, excuse me. I'd rather just show you how to edit so you can just go out and do it yourself and kind of figure out the general process and then come up with your own look. You know what I mean? Like, and if your look looks similar to mine or similar to any others, I know I shouldn't just clutch in when I slow down like that, but again, still learning how to ride a motorcycle. If that's what you want to do, like, all the power to you, do it. So don't take it as I'm knocking anything or anything like that. And people have actually asked me for presets, and I just politely say no. You know, I'd be happy to kind of give you some pointers to get you going in the right direction as far as like general settings and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't think you need them. So we're home. I'm going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for riding with me, and we'll see what we come up with for the pictures. See you next time.